Okay, time for another DIY Christmas gift for friends, families, neighbors. If you have a flower pot, any flower pot will do. It can be new or it could be used. We're going to make it look new even if it is used. So I have this flower pot here and I'm going to cut off these little handles and we're going to turn this into a cute little gift that you can bring to someone's house if you're invited over for a little Christmas party, holiday party. First step is the paint. I'm using White Swan by Debbie's Design Diary. This paint is clay-based and it has no VOCs, it has no smells. It's just perfect. And it dries quick too, by the way. So first thing we're gonna do is give it one coat of this white. And when that dries, we're gonna give it a second coat. Always do second coats. I feel like the coverage is way better when you do a second coat. You don't have to do white, of course. You can choose any color you want. I am going to do white just because that's what I happen to have next to me. Now that it's dry, we're going to do the next thing. We're going to use Iron Orchid Design transfers. And this is the very same transfer that I used on the tin can that had cookies in it in a previous video. I'll try to link that below. But this is the very same packet of transfers, so they can be a little pricey, these transfers. This one was only $25 and you can make a lot of gifts out of this. I mean, I don't even think I'll use them all this Christmas because there are a lot of transfers here. So I'm just going to pick one. Actually, I end up picking two. I'm going to pick one that I want to put onto this flower pot to make it a little bit prettier and Christmassy like. There were so many really nice transfers in this packet that I really wasn't sure which one. I couldn't make up my mind as to which one I wanted to put on this flower pot. But ultimately, I did make up my mind and I wanted something that would cover most of this flower pot, or at least it had to be a good size to fill up a good amount of the surface. And once I found that, I just cut it out and then we're just going to simply transfer it on to the flower pot. The great thing about these transfers are that not only are they super pretty, but they're really super easy to use. You're going to peel them away from their backing and then just smack them onto whatever your surface is going to be. They come with these plastic sticks so you can just rub them on. Usually, sometimes I use my fingers, to be honest with you, if it's a small enough piece. And then you're just going to pull the plastic that is on top that has the grid marks off once you have your transfer on there. And I decided that I was going to add another one on the other side of this flower pot because I don't know, I didn't want just one side to be just plain white. But that's just me. You can keep it as simple as you like. Once I chose my second transfer or the design, I started to put that on towards the back, mostly using my hands. It's a smaller print, so it's easy to get on there with just pushing it with your finger. And then I just added a few of the little greens that came in the package. As I said, there is a lot to these packages, even the big ones. They are a one-time use, but you do get a lot in the packaging. So once I was done with all of that, and of course the paint is dry. I know this looks crazy, right? All this dark wax. So totally changed the look, but that's okay because I wanted it to look a little bit more vintagey. I didn't want it to be just plain stark white, and that's why I added the dark wax. I will, as a matter of fact, wipe back the dark wax with clear wax. So a lot of times when people use dark wax, they put the clear wax on first, and then they put the dark wax on top of the clear wax so they can wipe some of the dark wax off, and so it's not as dark. You can just, I think you can do this in reverse also. I tend to do that. You can see it's lighting up a little bit. Excuse me. I'm not afraid of the dark wax, but I know how it can make people nervous about how dark it comes out at first. And then we're pretty much done. I am going to put some of this golden ticket on the top. It's gold wax, and it just adds a little bit of the holiday bling. I think it's just a little bit of a touch of extra. So where the holes are, where the little wooden handles were that were here in the beginning, which one was not staying on, I decided to take those off, and I'm just going to grab some red ribbon and loop it through the holes and make a little bow. So now I got the red element that is proper for the holiday, and that will add a little bit of holiday look. One little knot was enough, and then I decided this little gold snowflake would be really pretty and tie in with the gold wax that we put on the top of the flower pot. Just grabbed a little string and I looped that through the hole, same hole as the red ribbon, and cut that, tied that up in the knot on the inside, and then it just had this little extra golden snowflake, which I thought made the flower pot look even prettier.